sleep paralysis, and possession by spirits waking me up. Q13, why we go to church and mosques, and what they won't teach you. Q22, God is both good and negative, therefore does not choose sides, as it is a force. Q24, strategies for all religions and the difference between God and energy and magic. Also more on negative energy. Also, there's a part B to Q4. It's just a bit an expansion of an explanation, and Jesus waits for us to come to Him, or the spiritual world waits for us. But this is a direct quote. As it is above, so it is below. As it is within, and this is my take, therefore without. No one knows of the day or the hour, not even the angels, nor His Son, he's referencing Jesus, but only the Father. Be on guard, be alert. You do not know when the time will come. So we must evolve on our own. Now, I'm also going to now join a cipher with one of the... Actually, he was and is the best seer, the dream interpreter. There was another shaman I think it was, well, it's irrelevant, but Joseph Yusuf was one of the best prophets in history of human civilization, and he was taught this, and much like how Muhammad was being taught to do dream interpretation, because as you ascend, there's different levels, and it took a long time for Joseph to harness this power. So what he says is, I'm just doing this off my head, but he says, still tarrying, and it says man in reference to humans as a collective answer. It says that we are but tarrying half a day and working through the night. Through the night is not what they say. It's an interpretation, a translation, literal, not literal, but a translation. So they're saying that we work in belief, which means that you work spiritually, or when you're asleep, or for some when they were awake. But how long do you tarry, does he ask? Saying that we're not getting enough done, and that you can quote. And so be on guard, be alert. You do not know when the time will come. Mark 13, 32, 33. So we must evolve on our own. And what I say is that as it is above, so it is below. As it is within, as it is within. And what I say is therefore without. So if we bring heaven, or make what our notion of heaven can be deciphered to be applied here on earth, then you merge the two realities as they synchronize, and then heaven is on earth. And that's all the saying about we will bring the kingdom of God. As it is within, and therefore without. This is a secret, a riddle. It says basically, if you want to make heaven on earth, you have to bring it here. But the only way that you can do it is when he came back, when a secret cipher was found in the Nag Hammadi, and it said God is within. So God is within, as is therefore without. When you have God within yourself, you become a part of God, because we're His angels, we're His product, we're His creation, and because of that, the product that we're waiting for is our intelligence to merge all the secrets. And when we merge the secrets, we bind heaven to earth. but we bind it, and then through divine principle, through love and caring and respect for everyone else and their culture, and love for the earth, instead of polluting and killing. And when we change the tenets of survival, corruption is king. You can't live in a world where corruption is king. So I explain more of this in the intro, and it's it's a very nice, smooth, and it's very fluid, and it addresses every religion. So then, if you have them within, you'll never be without God. It doesn't become a state like nirvana. It doesn't become glimpses of heaven. It becomes heaven on earth forevermore, eternal. So that's what we have to do. We must evolve on our own to bring heaven to us by evolving ourselves and becoming a part that bridge. Whether we like to admit it, we all have dark secrets and past regrets, but it's here where the little difference makes us feel shame, guilt, or twisted pleasure. Well, the truth is that it is not twisted, and in the sense that we need negative emotions, feelings, and energy, in order to learn, experience, and balance our lives on a daily basis. This is why we live our lives through TV, accepting and envying criminals. Justifying vampires is just another wonderful and mistaken truth of our past. Although there are some experiences that we do not need to learn, like rape, but murder is something in our past, and reincarnation relives this, and this is why we are very good at it, as it all started from another galaxy, far, far away from here. Q-28. It started in another galaxy, far, far away from here. Q-28. The reasons why we don't get the other sex is construction. Females, periods, and deprogramming the monster in menstruation. When the Pope says and protects gays, which were once an abomination, then they are testing us and saying something. Then you forget that the Pope says that the mentally challenged have souls, meaning that every living thing has a soul, understands love, and that it is not something that is that it is not something that is empty. Also, what you do not have is advanced technology to use gene therapy to regenerate a damaged brain and rewire neurons to accelerate at accelerated speeds, which is not possible. Then something that was here can always be. Just like how they can graft skin, they can graft neurons too. 27. Spiritual unity, polar opposites, and the need of soulmates. Q-27A. For people of the rainbow, homosexual indifference, no more. Q-34. Gangsters are modern-day warriors, so they fight, but they don't know what to believe in, so they settle for much less. Q-33. Ancients gave up their immortality and arguments for the Freemasons, very different from the Illuminati. There is a lot of information on this topic, So please be patient, as this topic is very diverse, and if your questions and statements here for whatever information that you have had in the past, I will change everything, as a cipher is a Gnostic key, a key that can verify a seventh dimension energetically and provide visual proof for the working fifth dimension right here on Earth. Physical proof. And not the crazy one-sided symbolism that you see out there right now. There are ciphers hidden in the actual Bibles, in the Quran, the Torah, the Mayan codexes, the hieroglyphs, the Enochian magic, the vibrational states, the emergence of the dimensions. And the only way you can do these is if you're patient and you allow them to happen. And there's one more glyph. There's a hieroglyph, and then there's something. But before you judge my whole work based on arguments for them, rather examine it, keep an open mind, and really try to digest the fact that they've been here for a very long time. And if they've been here for that long, there's no reasons why they would work for people and make them their robots and puppets, when in reality, if there is a spiritual world, something's not identifying it, is it? Well, maybe in truth, what actually is that something has been protecting us this entire time from obvious wars that have happened in the past. And the Stargates were turned off, preventing those spirit energies from warping into our reality, just like in Stargate. They can't invade us. And there's more to it than just those physical Stargates. Those Stargates are based on technologies that actually amplify the geomagnetic sphere. And what that does is it's certain places, like where epicenters are, you would have to harness a grid, and it would allow transdimensional warping, just like you see in the phasing technology, harmonic technology, that they're trying to tell us to put together. It's phasing in and out, bang, 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 bang. What is all this stuff? And they want us to put it together. So something in our past has protected us for hundreds of thousands of years, literally millions of years, from these pole shifts. As it seems that we were in dire need of a pole shift. It's because we've been anchored from pole shifts. Because we've been anchored from pole shifts, the need for it to shift right now is in proof from our wobbling alone, which is very unnatural. And then you have the weakening of the shields, which has been dissipating to a point that it's actually moving, which is normal. But I mean, everything, there's a reason to all this. And lastly, Q-35, sexual defense for priests and energy that compels and fuels all sexual, all deviant and sexual behavior. Everything is energy, so there's a reason for everything. So please, you must give it a chance and try these topics, and in doing so, see if it interests you before you are thinking anything. These topics are very diverse and provide factual proof from every religion, as the burden of proof is intellectually overwhelming. The topics of science, physics, and spirituality, and the secret knowledge found in every religion that are cipher keys, is the foundation of these interviews.